Rise Royally, welcome to Irie Energy. My name is Legend. In this video, I'm going to be doing the spiritual healing messages for the week ahead. It's going to be January 18th through the 24th. This is going to be for fire signs. So if you are a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, this is for you. We're going to start off with a collective read for y'all. And then in the description box, there are timestamps with descriptions of scriptures. And those are going to be the closing oracle messages, okay? So we're going to go ahead and dive in. We're going to start looking at the mental, emotional, and physical and spiritual messages for the week ahead. Less is more slid out on the table, and the tables is turning. We'll see where this is going. All right, for fire signs, we have selective seating. Yeah, as I'm saying that. Okay, with selective seating, this could be literal seating, where you're choosing to rest, taking time to rest, who you're choosing to rest with or allow in your circle, company that you're keeping. Your activities here is really what I'm getting though. With less is more, mentally, I feel like there's a new boundary or expectation that you may be holding yourself to, and those around you. As a result, you have sights set above me emotionally. Okay. Physically, we have let's go little kitty cat. Oh my goodness, what's going on? And then spiritually, we have stuck in my ways. Interesting. And then bottom of the deck, we have role models. And then we have side eyes don't lie. There's an interesting energy in this where it's almost like, you see how there's a roadblock here or a wall here, and both of these are brick walls. One looks more like this lily has a very spiritual meaning behind it. Hold on. And basically that lily takes 3 years to bloom. Hold on. Okay, I gotta try to remember and bring it back. But it's correlated to Jesus. With this lily that's on here, and the whole purpose of that, basically, like this role models here, there's a history. There's something that you're looking at here that is setting a standard. It's something that and typically with this role models, it would be like your past was the initial intent with this. The past being like you using your past as like your role model to rewrite your future or to change how you want it to be. This kind of has that same energy, but spiritually it's almost as if like you recognizing where your shadow aspect of self has been keeping you stuck in your ways. It feels like you're looking at someone else's shadow, and then in that as well, someone else's shadow is also illuminating yours. But take it as it resonates. As a result though, look, as I'm saying that, I didn't even notice that face in the shadow was right underneath that. I feel like, honestly, the week ahead, you're going to be doing some shadow work. You're going to be experiencing things that are going to be amplifying or reflecting back to you ways that your environments, situations, whatever the case may be, have been a hindrance more so than a help. And if not a hindrance, just a limitation on what exactly you can have. With sights set above me emotionally, mentally, I feel like you're not going to limit yourself. You're being very selective with where you allow your mind to dwell. The week ahead, this is what you're being guided to do. Being very cautious with the thoughts that I feel you're taking on that aren't yours either, especially with the sight set above me. Also in that too, making sure that the thoughts that you're using to help kind of compartmentalize and then also I guess execute and navigate, they're not based off of the past. You need to make sure that your emotions are very much set in the present and what you want to feel going forward. Strong message there too. Physically, with let's go little kitty cat, once you get these two aligned physically, you're going to start putting things into motion. It's going to be a known fact where it is you need to go, what you need to do, what you need to move away from, especially habits, routines that aren't helping you get out of this complacency. Spiritually, with being stuck in your ways, there is a very limited way of living or being or even understanding, I feel, life in general, but yours in particularly, and what's possible when it comes to these blockages. This is really giving me getting out of a comfort zone and taking a leap of faith, being able to exercise your faith just to show you how present God is, how possible it is for something to come into fruition, for you to obtain something. There is this removal energy though, or movement, like you need to move towards this, especially with this selective seating. And I said, like, being mindful of where you allow yourself to dwell, especially mentally, emotionally, and I want to say spiritually, this is the only card that has white in it with this physical energy here. Physically, if you're removing yourself, or if something or someone has been removed from your life, it's going to force you to get out of your way. Like, to get unstuck in your way, whatever the case may be. Because even if this is someone else's shadow that you're recognizing, there's something about it reflecting to you how you've been stuck on a step, behind a wall, or a wall that you've gotten built spiritually when it comes to being able to receive or explore beyond. But progress, movement is the main thing that wants to come through with that. What is the help above and below with this? The Ace of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. So healing in some regard, moving forward. Again, like the Wheel of Fortune deals with Saturn energy, delays, tests, trials, choices and decisions here. Getting out of your head about something as well could be something that this factors into for you. Show me the above. We got the Five of Pentacles. With that is the Ace of, or excuse me, I said the Ace, the Page of Wands. There's insight and news, literally, how you've been complacent, probably codependent to an environment, a situation, a relationship. This is like news. This is discovery. And it's like I said, of like, I feel what you kind of have not been able to see clearly, and then at the same time maybe what you've been outside on, like out, it's like an outside, it's almost like I said, like being able to witness something, someone else's shadow. Five of Pentacles, which is like lack, inferiority, whatever, but then it also showing you a shadow of yourself, giving you insight into a shadow version of yourself. Take it as it resonates. It kind of feels like cause and effect, but you're getting this wisdom by right of the divine. So I don't know if this is just kind of divine orchestration of events, you gaining some sort of information or wisdom where it's like in a way of you not being able to know that outside of some type of insight, some type of news here. And then you have the Magician here with the Nine of Pentacles. In some instance, it does kind of feel like somebody, like this would be like, let's say you invite somebody to come out with you and a partner. You invite somebody to come over to your house, right? And like they meet or get a chance to experience you and your partner together or whatever. And so like they witness this or whatever, and then they end up telling you after they leave you guys, like, hey, you know, your partner XYZ123, or why do you let your partner XYZ123, or why doesn't your partner ever, or maybe this is your partner being seen out in public even, like, hey, you know, I saw so-and-so with so-and-so, or whatever the case. It feels like something like that. Like you're getting, like, and even in the idea of shadow, it's like you're getting like light illuminated to something that you were in the dark about, or either a shadow aspect, take it as it resonates, to yourself or a situation. Dark side of the moon, like what was hidden is now being revealed to you. I don't know if that was some sort of illusion or something. The below is the Ten of Pentacles. So something that always has been thought of as stable, stability, whatever the case may be. Literally, Five of Pentacles energy here. Now you're seeing the lack. You're seeing the toxicity of it. You're seeing there is no longevity anymore. Or you're allowing something to come to an end that you used to see longevity in. But whatever this was, it was codependent. Like it's, and if it's not codependent, it's very limiting. It's giving a strong Devil card energy, where it's like, yeah, it may have been all you ever known, but there's no growth there. There's no, like, it's like, have you ever seen the Croods? And you know how the Croods, they've got the wild family or whatever, and they're out there with the adventure, they're kicking it and all other stuff, and then they run into the family that's got the secluded, like, island hideout getaway or whatever that guy was trying to get to, but then, like, they actually get in there and they realize it's really more like a prison. It's not even, like, fun. they don't even get to really experience the world. Like it's an illusion. It's a world that was created. It's very limited. And I feel like that's kind of what you are coming into, to say the least, in whatever reality you created, or whatever dynamic this is for you, because it is physical. This is dealing with something that is of the physical that you're experiencing with the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles here. It's like you're letting that come to an end. Ace of Swords. There's some sort of like new perspective, new truth that's coming through. It does kind of feel like that, where this truth is a double-edged sword, because it's like you're being illuminated to what you were in the dark about, but then at the same time it's showing you a dark side of yourself. Does that make sense? Yeah, 7 of Wands with the 5 of Cups. So it's like bittersweet, because on the one hand you're protecting, you're going to overcome this, but at the same time it's still kind of sad, because it's like, dang, that was really kind of toxic, actually. But now you can actually see what real is, kind of, is what I'm getting with that. What is the halfway meet point with this energy? 2 of Cups. And the Sun card is in reverse with the 7 of Pentacles. Why is this in reverse over here with selective seating? It's the 6 of Cups. I feel like this is, like I said, going back to the past. This is not romanticizing the past. This is not holding on to the past or trying to make success with the past again, whatever the case may be. With the 6 of Cups and the Sun card coming in reverse, it's like this equals the 8 of Cups. There's something that you now know you have to walk away from. There's no hiding that. There's emotions that you have to release. There's emotions that you can't give out anymore to a situation, an idea, whatever the case may be. Something has been proven to be not successful with the Sun card in reverse. And this is possibly after a time of investing. Take it as it resonates, but something is proving that, or how you go about investing something. This could be just in yourself, in your environment, yourself in comparison to others, whatever the case may be. But sight set above me, it's clear. The 2 of Cups is now here, and that's what's evident in the 5 of Cup energy with that 3 of Cups that's spilled over. The 2 of Cups, now you can see it. It's been behind you the whole time, waiting on you to no longer look at whatever it was that's falling apart with the Sun card here. That would be 10. That would be 6. And I forgot to tell y'all, your tower energy. That was a channeled message that I got with y'all's reading, and that I was shuffling the cards. Is that there's a tower moment. This is 16. 1 plus 9 is 10. So there's a tower moment here when it comes to either close friends, family that you've always been around. This could be a work environment, something that you were very familiar with, or an old comfort zone, to say the least. You got disown self with root chakra, replan and renew, forgive and adapt. So whatever this is, I feel like you're going to be releasing whatever the burden is. Most definitely. So that said, let's see what the advice is for your mind, body, and spirit. This is going to be what you need to focus on and learn, what you need to do and feel, and the intervention is happening on your behalf spiritually. For fire signs, mentally, we have the past. It's gone. We said this. We definitely said this. We said we're not going to mentally focus on the past anymore. We're not going to use that in focusing on how we want to feel going forward. Whoa. For the body, we got yes. Okay? So for the body being a yes, this is that action. And this is that physical energy. Let's go. And then for spiritual, you have better things are coming. So I'm letting you know, fire signs, the 18th through the 24th, you're going to discover or either be encountering some endings here. Encountering, I should say, some endings. But it's because there is better for you to experience. And I feel like, honestly, whatever is ending, it wasn't even fully beneficial to begin with. Like I said, it was very limiting, very restricting. And I feel like there are some things that you weren't even being fully supported in. There was still a lot of lack. and whatever this is. So embrace it. To be honest with you, you have open your mind and explore beyond your comfort zone, maybe. I'm just saying. Especially with this stuck in my ways. That's a clear indication. That's what it's telling me to do. What is the oracle message? The oracle message for the overall read. You got 2. Present moment flew out here. And then you have spiritual truth. It fell on the past. Okay, we'll leave it. Here, if you don't believe me, look. You see? It fell right here on the past. Spiritual truth. But let's see. Alright, I'll give both of them. Look, underlying pattern. That definitely speaks to Saturn. Discipline, learning from your ways. You also got matching vibration surfacing at the top. So, let's see. With spiritual truth. Okay, so on a mental level, with this card here, it says, you may accept the notion of divine power and love of the universe. Still, it can feel challenging to truly feel this physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Are you clouded by your perception of what that experience should look like and feel like, and turn to others to emulate what they experience? You can define for yourself how your connection to spirit looks and feels. Focus less on what others tell you and listen carefully for your own inner wisdom. I deepen my connection with spirit and discover the unique ways it speaks to me. And then with the present moment, it says, put aside anything that is distracting you from feeling peace at this moment. It's when you detach from these distractions that the opportunity to align with your truth can come through. Sit in stillness. Focus intently on your 5 senses. Be mindful of what is happening for you at this very moment. If you find yourself thinking of the past or waiting for the future, let it all go. Bring yourself back to now. Being in the now can become a habit. The more you feel it, the easier it becomes, and the more you'll find yourself doing it naturally. So the awareness of the present moment is where I find peace and harmony to carry me in every moment. So that is what I got for you, fire signs. I hope it was helpful. If this is where you drop off, like the video. If you got something from it, it's appreciated. And if you are going to continue on to the piles, I will meet you over there in your pile. But until our next encounter, regardless, I hope you continue to stay in a high vibe. Okay, I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. And until the next one, bye. Okay, so if you chose pile 1 or Proverbs 1:31 through 33, it says, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live safely and be at ease without fear or harm. Stop rebuking wisdom. All right, so that's what you got for your scripture, pile 1. Let's see what your oracle messages are. You have Skybridge, possibility for union, 47. I don't know if that's clear or not. All right. Then your healing message is elevation. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light, and I rise above all doubt. And we also have gratitude. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus, I enlighten my thoughts. Riches surround me. I appreciate all that life brings me. There's an underlying energy here of gratitude. And that's even in the scripture. It's referencing eating the fruit of their ways. Well, fruits of the spirit, if you don't know what that is, fruits of the spirit, these are values: joy, love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. It's Galatians 5:22 through 23. They're positive characteristics that develop in a person's life when they are guided by the Holy Spirit, essentially. And it kind of feels like, I mean, this is giving like a union vibe here. And Skybridge is 11. It feels like this is 11-11. I don't know if this is in particular speaking to partnerships. It does kind of feel like attracting a likeness. And now I'm the scripture, judge them by the fruits that they bear, not by the works that they do, I think is what that says. I'm dyslexic, so don't come for me. But that's what it kind of gives. It's almost like you guys are coming into an awareness of what this fruit is, like what it looks like. And there's an appreciation for it. I feel like if you haven't had that, you're recognizing it by someone recognizing it in you, or you're recognizing this in someone. And like I said, it's kind of like the shadow thing. You see in someone else's shadow and it amplifying your shadow. But that light that's illuminating, I feel like that's kind of the silver lining, if you will. We'll see where this is going. You have enlightened coming out, literally. Wow. Did I skimp a card? I sure did. I skimped heck of cards. Okay, hold on. So we have enlightened for your healing message. I am alone. I am one with all that is. Dear child, you are safe and loved as you continue on your journey of self-exploration. You also have inspire. I am stuck. I am filled with possibility. Allow yourself to float up above any thoughts or emotions and see what is needed for you to process them and move forward. And then reset. It says I am sick. It says I am alive. It's a true statement. It is time to embrace a new way of being, one filled with health and freedom to create a new reality. This feels like what you're in the process of doing, but about to experience. And it feels like it's through a counterpart. Now, I'm not trying to say that this is going to be like, a soulmate, divine union, romance, and all that other stuff, but it does feel like soul tribe. Like you're going to get people that bear the same fruits of the spirit like you have, that are going to help elevate you and help, I feel like illuminate, again, light, like bring light to your shadow self. And in that, I feel help you rise above this I feel darkness. It just gives like elevation, like you're going up. All these cards have light going up, it looks like, beaming upward, coming from like the depths here, and even stepping up to light. So I don't know if you're coming from a period of like a tough period, a tough time. Maybe you were going through something that was rough emotionally and mentally. Maybe physically, conditions were a little rough, and it stressed you out a little bit. And hard times can really make you look, acknowledge other areas in your life that are hard, and then it can amplify, well, where did I go wrong and all that other stuff. It's really easy to get like that. I just feel like move ahead. Just keep moving ahead, and especially if it's people involved in this in any way, shape, or form. You don't have to worry about attracting the same thing. And I feel like that's a fear. There's a newness. There's a new energy of this that's coming in. You're not getting the same type of people that are going to come to you. Again, it has a lot to do with fruits of the spirit. So pay attention to what the fruits are that people that bear, not like what they do or what they say they do. It'll be evident, and you won't have to question your discernment anymore. You have I am inspiring right here as well. So you have inspire and you have I'm inspiring. I don't know if you're supposed to inspire the world in some way, shape, or form, but you need to know you really are an inspiration to people. You are a light. And that's what I'm getting, like, maybe you didn't recognize that, or people weren't acknowledging that or giving you your flowers. But like this that you're stepping into, this union you're coming into, you're going to know it. Like I said, there's not going to be any question. So you are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged. It reveals itself in everything you do, from your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. Don't ever forget it. You have mindfulness coming out here for your beginner's oracle. So the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something, focusing one's awareness on the present moment, calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, focusing on your highest good. And you also have angel numbers. So 1111 may be a number that you see a lot of. 777 may also be a number you see a lot of. But pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are coming through. All right, your message yourself that I forgot to shuffle, so you're going to get in real time. For pile one, you got 2. And it says, please take a number. I am patient with myself and others. The universe works on its own time. By being patient, open, and understanding, you begin to strengthen your ability to accept things as they come. Trust that everything will happen exactly when and as it should. So definitely trust in divine timing. You also have I choose love 143. So by deliberately choosing love in all situations, you're making the decision to approach life with compassion and understanding. Love is divine energy with endless capacity. Strengthen your heart and mind and consciously select love to create a habitat of appreciation and peace. So most definitely, being kind to yourself, but also only allowing yourself to be surrounded by love. And lastly, what was this message trying to convey to pile 1, please? Okay. Rest and restore. You just saw I had to shuffle this in real time, okay? And the channel message that I got for you was renew, or replan and renew. And the oracle message that just came out said rest and restore. So most definitely. Take the opportunity to slow down today. Being our best selves does not mean that we should push ourselves in every moment. Everyone needs rest sometimes and to take a break. And speaking to going to play. Get rid of the pressure and the stress you feel on a daily basis by doing things, by constantly doing things. Allow yourself the freedom to enjoy yourself instead. Take a moment to unwind. Later go back to normal routine rejuvenated with a renewed sense of vitality. So yeah, don't be afraid to take breaks. It's a journey. It's not a race. You understand? So you'll get there when you're meant to get there. And lastly, we're going to give you the oracle message from Skybridge here. Okay, so you stand before a seemingly unbreachable abyss and there's no possibility of retreat. The path behind you is no longer a viable option. You have to act soon though, or you run the risk of being stuck at the edge of the cliff. Life has brought you to this moment to offer you as yet undreamt of possibilities, but you must no longer postpone what you know to be inevitable. And yes, you are allowed to breathe, or you are allowed a breath or two before the leap. So take a bit of time to yourself. Get away for a day or two of contemplation, or even just for a few minutes, walk to clear your head. Muster your courage so that you may cross the sky bridge. Sky bridge appears when the moment is absolutely right for a quantum leap. Life believes you are, oh my gosh, why is it so hard? Skybridge appears when the moment is absolutely right for a quantum leap. Life believes you are ready, even if you do not agree. Remember not to confuse your true state of readiness with your plans and preparation. Respond with a determination yes. Respond with a determined yes, and let the universe take care of your details. You need only hold to your positive affirmation, and the way will become obvious as you take flight and clear the abyss. So I feel like each step you take, it'll be clear what the next step is. But in divine timing, when you're ready to take that step. So that's what I got for you, Pile 1. I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know. Like the video. I'm sending lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. And until the next one, take care. Alright, Pile 2, let's go ahead and get started with your message. You chose Zechariah 9:17. This says, how attractive and beautiful they will be. Grain will make the young men thrive, and new wine the young women. And it says, invisible and, what is it? Invisible and it's inevitable. God's make me over again. Invisible and it's inevitable. Something about you can't see it. You can't see how God's doing it, but he's doing it. So I feel you're going under a makeover because it's referencing men and women. I think your life is undergoing a God's makeover, like make me over again. You may have asked for God to renew you. Take it as it resonates. So let's see what comes out. We have the dream thief, refusal of the call, freedom through faith. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. I trust his will and find freedom. Okay. We have wisdom. It doesn't make sense. I see the bigger picture. You are moving towards a deeper level of understanding from knowledge to wisdom. Take time to absorb the lessons. You have earthly. I hate my body. The true statement is my body is my temple. Remember that you are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Revere your loyal sacred body. You have inspiration. I am tired of it all. The true statement is I find strength in my purpose. So please rest and know that in this stillness you will find clarity around your purpose here, and the need to cope will fall away as you find the question you are the answer to. Your angel number is 3. You have I am charismatic. Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at your communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. Your beginner's oracle is boundaries. Cut off what is draining your energy, block distractions, morals and values to live by, standards to hold yourself and others accountable. And you also have time in nature for your spiritual message. This is screaming you need to detach. You need to take some time to possibly get off of social media. Maybe not spend so much time with friends, and really spend some time with yourself, if I'm being honest. With boundaries being here, there is a need for you to see where you're not allowing enough time for self or enough productivity time for self, but it really kind of just feels like time for self, just to be and figure out what self wants to do, to get grounded back in your truth and in your wisdom as well. You may be caught up on the hustle and bustle of everyday movement, being there for everyone. It just feels like you're there for everyone but yourself, and you're there for yourself, but not in the ways that your heart desires, or you're discovering your heart is desiring. It's like falling into routines. With this refusal of the call, you've evolved in some way and have discovered some sort of truth about yourself that wants to be expressed or experienced. And it's like the more you deprive yourself of that, the more you're going to continue to feel this, I heard displacement. It's like this displaced energy. Displacement. And you have I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. Okay, so it's like, don't think that you're not ready for something if God is clearly putting it in your face, or putting, like, you know what I mean, like with time and nature. I feel like allow yourself to let go of the need to control. That's kind of what it feels like, because it doesn't make sense. With that alone, spirituality doesn't make logical sense sometimes. It doesn't work like that. And I feel like because it's not going according to your logic or your understanding or what you've already experienced, you're kind of like not trusting it, or either not taking the time to develop it, if that makes sense. And this could be a dream, a goal, whatever, take it as it resonates. But this inspiration, it feels like it's there, but whatever this fear is, you just need to let that go. Literally, I trust my journey. And this says, move forward in life with certainty that you are on the journey that is headed in a positive direction. When you hold steadily to your vision, understand reaching the final destination will be worth it. The roadmap of life is ever changing and leading you toward your destiny. And that's what I feel like may be throwing you off. It's something that's different. It's something that is not happening in a way that you maybe anticipated. Maybe this is you changing your paths altogether. Whatever this is, you need to walk in it though. It's not for nothing. Listen, the top of the deck, it says, my intuition is a perfect guide. You can pause it and read it if you want, but if this isn't clearly a confirmation, I don't know what else you would need. Show me what the message is trying to convey for pile 2. Purification on your path though. Like, what needs to be purified? What needs to be let go of here? And literally, that's clearly evident with this freedom through faith. It's evident here with boundaries, especially with please rest and know that this stillness, in the stillness you'll find clarity around your purpose. You are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. So when purification happens, cleansing and releasing occurs. You let go of attachments to situations or ways of being. Observe your life from the outside in and determine if there are any areas of your life that need to be purified. Where are old habits holding you back and preventing you from being the best version of yourself? These patterns are keeping you stuck and preventing release from occurring. You are being called to let go, shed, and become anew. Allow purification to flow into your life and help you shed any stagnant layers from your body. I meant to say from your being, but okay. I said from your body, but as it says from your being. Take that as it resonates then. So change yourself for the better by purifying yourself. So this is clearly what the message is asking you to do. And if you read, go to Zechariah and read the full chapter of verse 9 or chapter 9. This is just one scripture or one verse out of that whole chapter. Like I'm trying to tell you, it's very enlightening. You have creativity at the bottom and you have travel at the top. So this is definitely asking you to move in some way, shape, or form from a different way of being. So 13 coming out is the dream thief is a soft, compelling seductress. Her only purpose is to keep you hypnotized by comfort and sameness. She wants you to tell your old stories over and over so you don't evolve beyond them. Ask yourself whether you are reverting back to familiarity of your origin story of why you were wounded or when you were rejected. Do you talk about how your family molded you as a child without acknowledging that you have already become someone else? Teaching from an old wound will never allow you a new adventure. Instead, bring to mind how you've already changed, remembering that you have new stories to rely and build upon. Do you want to move beyond the barrier of glass you've placed between you and the horizon? Hold on. You can, and it's not difficult. Answer the call to a new adventure and drop your resistance to sailing the uncharted seas of your potential. The wind will soothe and sing the dream thief to sleep so you can wake up and move forward. You are so much more than you know. Now it's time to express what has lain dormant. Your new adventure has already begun. So I hope that you seize it because it's happening whether you wanted to or not, okay? God ain't waiting on you. That's what I got for you though. I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know, like the video, and I will see you next week or sometime this week with the next upload. But yeah, continue to stay in a high vibe and take care. Bye. You know, I thought I was cutting corners, like doing it by elements and then just doing a pickapile for each single sign, and it literally feels like I'm still doing 12 videos. Like, if not a little bit more, because I do the collective and then I have to do each sign. So essentially it's 12 plus 3 more, which is what, 15? Good Lord. Y'all may overwork yourselves a lot. I don't know. It feels like trying to cut corners only to realize like you're doing more work in the long run. I don't know if that's applicable to you or something like that. I don't know. I feel like just... Because then it's like, it's like you would only be doing 12. You end up doing more work if you would have just did it through. I don't know. Take that how it resonates. But let's get into your messages. You got 2. So I know you probably chose Ecclesiastes 12, 9 through 14, but you also got Psalm 136 that came out with it. Like when I was doing your pile, I got guided to pull another scripture. So, oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Channeling. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. His love endures forever is Psalm 136. And the Ecclesiastes 12, 9 through 14, it says, for God will bring every... This is 9 through 14. That's a short. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Okay, hold on. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil. Oh, I think I summarized it. For fear God and keep his commandments. Oh, literally. So in hindsight, it's like you still ended up like, maybe that's somebody around you. I don't know. But that instantly just gave me a vibe of like, nothing goes unnoticed by God. Nothing goes unaccounted for by God. And it says good or evil. That makes me think of karma, which is just cause and effect. And it's like this giving thanks for his love endures forever. It feels like something that you may have been waiting on for a while. Maybe an injustice that's been going on for a while. It's like this is being rectified, or this is being taken care of in this season that you're in. and you're being rewarded in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, lost compass, getting back to integrity. Wow, as we're talking about that. So something being brought to light. Anytime we're talking about integrity, that's like doing the right thing, doing what you know you're supposed to do. That does, it requires strength. Vulnerability is in there as well, but there's a perseverance that you had to maintain with this, and there's a grace that was still given in the midst of it all that I'm looking at with this 35. It's giving me an Empress energy with also a Taurus like energy, which is the Hierophant. You didn't compromise your integrity with whatever this was in the midst of whoever was doing the wrong or the situation being imbalanced. And you didn't reflect that or project your experience onto others as well, is what I'm getting. As a result, you're being rewarded. I also think there's justice coming to the situation where it's applicable. Take it as it resonates, especially if court is involved. Transformation. First card out. Definitely dealing with the heart space. And this says, I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I am presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. Okay, and then y'all got a lot of these healing cards here. So let's just go ahead. We have Soften and we have Women's. Instance, you may be a woman watching this, but it really does deal a lot. It feels like emotions. Heavy emphasis of emotions here. And it says, I take control. The true statement is, I'm compassionate. So take a moment and allow yourself to see things from your heart center. From that place, allow your intuition to guide you. Hold on. Okay. So we have Soften. We also have Trust with what if something happens. I take my hands off the wheel. We have Resilience as well. I need control. I surrender. We have Passion. I'm sacred. The true statement is, when I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. And we have Evolution. So things will never change. The true statement is, I attract only what is my highest good. Ooh, child. That's deep. You know what? I'm constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Okay, so I'm gonna just be real with you. I was presented with a situation recently, okay, and this situation was so tempting. I'm trying to tell you, it was so tempting, but it did not make me feel good. It did not, like, I did not feel like if I would have continued to indulge in this situation that I would have been living with integrity. I would have been owning these things. And yes, there was passion, honey. Trust me, there was. But it's just, it wasn't allowing me to be in my soft feminine energy. It didn't make me feel secure. I didn't feel like the person was operating out of integrity. And, you know, trusting my intuition, being vulnerable, expressing how I felt, regardless, already having acceptance if, like, you know, it would have been an automatic rejection, whatever. That was so freeing. In that moment, like, instantly I started to feel passion for myself again and for what was possible for me to receive and what I'm actually interested in. I started to feel all of these things starting to balance back out instantly. Like, instantly I let go, and whatever happens. There is no resolve to the situation because it was too recent, so I don't have an outcome for you. All I can tell you is how I feel in between. And honestly, it's just like the card states, it's transformation. It's an awareness where it amplified my shadows within myself to where I was able to identify what I needed to work on in this, right? And then I was able to let go. And then even in that owning it, I know that there's good that will come from this. I'm being kept on the right path, excuse me, to get what it is that actually is aligned. And I feel like, hopefully that made sense. But in the same instance, whatever that is for you, I don't think it's necessarily about the obtainment of whatever the situation was, but more so you obtaining a better understanding of self from a heart center, and loving yourself and giving yourself that love and creating these things for you. operating out of a sense of integrity for yourself, not necessarily for the next person, even though it does benefit the next person with you being honest, you know what I mean? But it's more so for you to feel good and not holding on to something that's not for you. I am expanding, literally, because it was very limiting. It wasn't going to give me the fulfillment I was actually seeking. It says any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. And I feel like that's the other thing with this too. By you letting go of anything that's draining your energy, that's not making you feel good, look at all of these cards. There's solar plexus and sacral chakra energy. That passion can be fueled back into you, into your dreams, your goals, and that can expand into reality versus you manifesting more of what doesn't work, what doesn't feel good. Who wants to do that? That's the definition of insanity. Experiencing something over and over and over again, doing something over and over again, not changing the results, not changing how you feel about it, and then not changing how you feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's insane. Not standing up for yourself, not speaking up when someone isn't operating with integrity or putting a boundary in place when it's necessary. You also have 31, I am disciplined. And that's what I'm getting, where it's like you had to take, because honestly speaking, I'm gonna just tell you, with this integrity, if you don't have self-discipline and you don't have enough I guess self-control to put a stop to it, they're just gonna keep doing it. People only do what you allow them to do. People only have access to you if you allow them to continue to have access to you. Like, as soon as you decide you want to move differently, and that's it. Your approach to life is an effective mix of both practicality and imagination. Use your mind. Your mind is stirring with creative ideas, and you have the organization skills to manifest them into life. So use that discipline and that dedication to fuel yourself and your dreams, not situations that you know aren't going anywhere and have you feeling lost or feel like you're on a hamster wheel. Purpose. Everything is connected. Nothing happens by accident. There is no such thing as coincidence. You also have transformation. And I think it's clearly time. Only you know where you're at in this stage, but I honestly feel like you're here. Okay? Let these other people back here that claim that they was butterflies, claim they was ready to do you're ready to evolve. Ready to evolve and expand all the way. Okay, so let's get you the self oracle for this. What is the message for self? The universe is my biggest fan. You have you coming out here with the number 11. It says the universe wants to see you win and is supporting you every step of the way. The vibrations you emit will be reflected back. You must possess an inner knowing that the universe has your back and will support your wildest dreams. I focus on key tasks at the bottom of the deck, but it's the reflected back to me. That was a main energy that was coming through in the collective read. What was the message trying to convey to Pile 3? Believe in yourself is at the bottom of the deck. The message being conveyed to Pile 3. You got 2, grounding and imagination. I am here for it. So, grounding and imagination. If you want, you can pause so you can read that. I'm not gonna read these, but it's really clear here. This is telling you to take a moment to get back into self. With evolution and expanding, you're clearly getting ready to take off, like go through some level of a glow up. I feel like also with that glow up, your connections will expand. I feel like your opportunities are naturally going to expand as well, but most importantly, your self-love. And you not doubting yourself, you speaking life into these ideas in your imagination, and you're going to start experiencing a whole lot more of it. I just dropped a card, but yeah, you get it. So let's see what the message is for Lost Compass. What is this telling you here? So when lost compass appears, it is a sign that you need to find your way back home, back to your source and center, relying on your intuition to arrive there. Be wary of the signs telling you to turn here or there, or to avoid this or that person or situation, because the outward indicators are not reliable right now. Be careful not to believe all the advice you are receiving. Rely instead on your innate sense of direction and guidance, and use your honing instinct to lead you true. The lost compass has come to show you that you need to find new counselors. You are not getting the mentoring you need for your success. Who is the person you are looking up to as a model for what it is meant to be, a woman or a man? Trash that ideal. Tear up the picture you carry in your mind. You are meant to be you, not the best copy of your dearest friend. Wow. Make this your mantra: love me or leave me. The lost compass is a blessing in disguise, because you sometimes have to lose your bearings to find yourself afresh, to discover a new course. True north never changes, so reset your ways to change your compass, and trust your deepest feelings when others do not support them. Remember that you're not lost, you simply do not know where you are going right now. Lost is a state of mind. Not knowing where you are going is an opportunity to find a new path. So I'm gonna just say that, and I stand on it. It's like I said, it's very uncomfortable being vulnerable, enforcing your boundaries and standing on how you feel. Even in that situation that I expressed with you, I had guidance from friends that were basically telling me, oh, you know, basically play the game like this and play the game like that. I'm too real for that. I don't have time for this shit, okay? Excuse me for cussing, but it is what it is. I'm going to just tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you what it's not. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to stand for and what I'm not standing for. Clear expectations. Like a game, I'm not playing a game. Like, this is life. These are my feelings. Like, you want to play a game, there's plenty of other people to go play with, not me. Especially when I'm setting clear, I'm coming with integrity. You understand what I'm saying? So whenever you're dealing with a person that's not meeting you in that same energy, that's when you still got to operate in this energy, and you got to let it go. You can't be worried about what other people think, what they think, or nothing like that. Like, and it's something about that where it's like, even in doing that for yourself, you're going to help that person transform. Because now when they experience someone who's not you, they're going to remember you, and then they're going to have a deeper appreciation for you, and now they're going to change and be more of a person of integrity. Whether that person comes back to you or not to right their wrongs, neither here nor there, it doesn't matter. Have acceptance to expand to a person who will do it the first time. You don't always have to wait for someone to catch up to you. And I feel like that's another thing too. Like, move on and experience greatness that God has for you, because you're not limited to one experience, to one encounter, or to one opportunity that you're presented with. There's an abundance of it, and there's limitless expectations when it comes to how these things can come about, when they can come about, and through which ways in people. So that's what I got for you, especially with purpose, okay? One thing about it, two things for certain: God will always fulfill his word. It will never come back void. So no, everything serves a purpose, but your purpose will, like, how to explain it? I feel like the purpose of whatever the non-integrity people was is leading you to what is intentional, what actually is for you. So I feel like don't beat yourself up either, to be honest. Especially because, and that's why I feel like I'm saying this, it's the resilience right here. And this says, allow yourself to relax with the currents of life. These changes will take you even closer to where you are meant to be. So don't get caught up on the adjustments or the shifts that you're going to experience with this new found wisdom and awakening. All right? But that's what I got for you. I hope it was helpful. If it was, let me know. Like the video. I'm sending you lots of love, peace, clarity, abundance, and overflow. Until our next encounter, you continue staying high vibe. Bye.